Hello everyone, good to be back. This is Abimbola Akinwumi Iliokoya on Now That You Are Married. Today we'll be looking at depression as it affects marriage. Depression. What is depression? Depression is actually a state of mind. It goes on in the brain. It has to do with the thinking of a human being. When a person gets depressed, what you are actually saying is that the person is sad. The common word you hear people use to replace that is somebody that is miserable, somebody that is sad, somebody that is in a state of hopelessness, having a feeling of rejection, being sorrowful, looking at yourself and thinking every other person is against you, looking at yourself and having a feeling that you don't see yourself making it through a day, not to talk of a week or the rest of your life, having a sudden urge to find a way out of everything and shut yourself out. That's the feeling of a mind that is depressed. You might wonder, what has depression got to do with marriage? Does depression cause problems in marriage? The answer is yes. Do problems in marriage cause depression? The answer is still yes. So it means a spouse can be depressed. And when a spouse is depressed, it will eventually affect the relationship with the other partner in the marriage. That's why it's important to look at that state of mind. What are the causes of depression, either in marriage or outside marriage? So many things can cause it. But we'll just examine a few of it and see which one is more relevant even in marriage. But when you take it one after the other, you'll discover that either within or outside marriage, a depressed person will eventually affect the people around him or her negatively. And if you're not careful, some other people can be drawn into it. So it won't be just one person that is depressed. You'll find more than one person. Number one of the causes is constant conflict in marriage. Ever quarreling. No peace at all. Today is quarreling over food. The next day is about the children. The upper day, another thing. When there's constant conflict in marriage, it can lead to depression. Another cause can be when a spouse uncovers extramarital affair by his or her spouse. You know, assessing it, inability to handle the cheating spouse can lead to depression. Because the person might just begin to think about it. Is it that I'm not good enough? Have I failed my spouse in any area of life? Have I denied my spouse anything in this marriage? Is it that I'm not looking as good as I used to look before we got married? Is it that I'm not satisfying my spouse any longer? When a secret affair is discovered by a spouse, it can lead to depression. Loneliness can lead to depression. When someone is left all alone, the spouse is not available, you don't have anybody you talk with, you don't have anybody to communicate how you're feeling, how your day went, no communication. When you're lonely, a lonely person is a withdrawn person because you're left to think about all of your issues all by yourself. Loneliness can lead to depression. When you have bottled up issues, when you find it difficult to express yourself, when someone lacks openness for either good or bad issue, such a person can fall into depression. When you are constantly abused Someone that is under constant abuse, either physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, coupled with the fact that there's no one to even confide in to share that abuse, it can also lead to depression. But there is another one that has to do with childbirth. It's called postpartum depression. This is highly neglected in this part of the world. Some women, after delivery, they actually need a lot of support. So many things, this is psychological. The moment the child comes out, something goes wrong in their system. And if care is not taken, you find such person fall into depression. And that's why we've seen cases of women that labored to bring forth a child, and such a woman will end up killing her child. It's as a result of depression. There's a case of a woman that hated her child just because she blamed the child for changing her physique. It was after having the child she couldn't get her perfect figure back. And we've had a case of a woman that killed her child just because she felt the child caused her to lose so many things she valued. It's a terrible state of mind. It's a negative state of mind that needs serious attention. Now, how do you know? How do you know? What are the signs to watch out for? You can be of great help to your spouse. People that fall into depression may not even know. But you have to be on the lookout. What are the signs to watch out for? In not just your spouse, in people around you, to know if that person is already depressed or is falling into depression. When you find someone that is always sad, always sorrowful, always feeling pathetic, a miserable person, somebody that's always thinking and acting negative. For example, when you listen to someone that's always saying, I'm afraid to cross that road because a car might just come and hit me. And someone that is looking at the house, this house is looking somehow, or as if the house will just crumble. You know, when somebody begins to exhibit or declare negative thoughts, then be on the lookout. When you find somebody that is extremely withdrawn, when you have someone that is always complaining of being tired, out of doing nothing, or somebody that is having little or no energy to do any task, when you find someone that's always uninterested, seemingly uninterested in life activity, you invite the person out to an event, the person will not come, will not call. You tell somebody about job opportunity, the person is not showing any interest. Meanwhile, such a fellow needs the job badly. Somebody that is seemingly uninterested in life. It can be a combination of one, two, or more of all of these signs. But we must watch out. When you find a woman that just put to bed and is not willing to breastfeed the child, or is not willing to cuddle the child, something is definitely wrong. Then what do we do? Relating it back to marriage. When you have a spouse that is seemingly depressed, what do? The first thing is, you must learn the signs, as we have discussed it. There are many more signs that you can watch out for. Learn about it. Read, study, get knowledge about it. Then begin to talk about it. Begin to talk about it. Let your spouse know that it's not peculiar to him or her. It has happened before, and it will continue to happen in the life of people. Then encourage your spouse. Let the person see that there's possibility to get out of it. Then let your spouse feel loved. You know, when you begin to see reason why you have to stay alive, you're most likely going to begin to have a rethink of desire to die. Then seek help. Seek counsel. Look for professionals. There are professionals that help you come out of depression. Don't deny it. Don't deny the feelings. Don't deny the signs that you are even seeing in yourself. Seek for help. Talk about it. Get professionals. Take counsel. And then together, that's also very important. Don't leave your spouse to it. See it not being the problem of just one person. See it as a family issue that needs to be tackled. For example, when that spouse is stepping out to see the professional, you should go together. Let your spouse feel you are in this together. And truly, you are in it together, because if you don't help your spouse get out of it, you are going to partake out of it. You might want to deny it. You might want to play it down. But the best way to handle it is to come up with it, accept it, recognize it, talk about it, and finally get out of it. Depression is real. If you have discovered the causes, please try and take it out. That will help the spouse to heal faster. For example, if depression set in by the reason of discovery of a secret affair, apologize. Promise your spouse. Consciously step out of that illicit relationship. Concentrate on your spouse. That will help your spouse to get out of it. But don't forget, seek professional counsel. Till I come your way again, I remain Abimbola Akinwumi Iliokoya on Now That You Are Married.